Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Diddy Kong here once again.
And I'm Pinkie Pie here. Hey everybody and everyone else for that matter, and welcome back for some more of the Maxi Toys videos.
And yes, welcome back to more Let's Play of Mario Party Star Rush for the Nintendo 3DS slash Nintendo 2DS. Is that last time we actually did tackle through Toad Scramble mode in level 1-3, and now we're going to continue on and going to explore a whole new world theme on the entirety of the Toad Scramble mode, and that was the form of level 2-1, in this case the entire world too. Because for this specific world, that although before we actually get into this actually, our player choice for this particular stage is probably Princess Peach today, because why not? But even then though, that I'm pretty sure that we will get to Princess Daisy until we actually get into later on. And besides the fact that we actually got ourselves just the usual items that we already gone through, so, and also that we actually got ourselves the silver dice block, because in order to actually get it, by basically go ahead and scan Mario Party 10 data onto your profile, so that way you can actually instantly try to actually get yourself a silver dice block with this that way. So the entire impression of this particular level's gimmick-wise, especially when we actually get into these different stages of this world, is that you're gonna have to constantly hitting those switches until you actually access to these different parts of the board. Like for instance, that green toad actually ground pounds this little exclamation mark switch, and what that does is that this all allows you to actually just access to these other parts of the level, so that you can actually just turn either the blue spikes on or even red spikes on. So even then though, this feels more likely a switcheroo type of syndrome, but even then though, that's how this level gimmicks goes when it comes to this sort of situations. But even especially noticeable if you're actually trying to actually trap these opponents out. So even then though, that will be situational if you're actually trying to actually trying to actually trap those opponents out until you actually don't want to let them try to actually get to the the boss battle space, and even for the actual stars themselves. So before we actually do this, however, it's gonna have to send our poison mushroom to, let's just say Yellow Toad, because Yellow Toad is getting close. Because obviously we don't want to let either Green Toad or Yellow Toad, if you will, to actually go to the actual boss battle space. So yeah, before we do this, let's go ahead and grab ourselves Mario right here, and actually send and cast the even though that Yellow Toad doesn't move anymore, so even though we'll just have to do it as from these particular groups, like those two princesses, and even including Mario himself. So yeah, if you probably couldn't tell already, it has been a quite few days since we're actually going to come back into this, because obviously, upcoming Let's Plays and all that kinds of stuff, and also there's too much emphasis on a lot of editing, but even though now and then, as you can probably tell already, that we actually added into the our intros now, so even then though, that you can probably see that a lot in these future Let's Plays and onwards, but yeah, that's just how this is to me. But yeah, every now and then though, that we're actually going to be refighting against with the exact same boss battles as from previously, so they're pretty much self-explanatory if you actually just very familiar with these boss battles already from the get-go from the start. Like we're about to be rematched against with PD Piranha, except the fact that we actually have some lot more team allies in our groups. Even then though, that there's not much else to say about this as far as at this point in time. But besides the fact that he's almost down though. Excuse me about that. Still a little bit of a coffee throat at the moment for the time being. But anyways though, so god dang it, my depth perception is a little bit too wonky right here, but at least that's how I was hoping if we actually get ourselves a last hit. Even then though, he's almost down for that part. Oh, did someone get the last hit? In fact, I think Blue Toad actually got the last hit.
Star Rescue!
So Star rescued in level 2-1, so basically that, as far as World 2 is concerned, it's basically a spooky themed level, because obviously if you couldn't tell if the actual, the environment of this place is more likely a spooky themed level, as I mentioned earlier. So this means that there includes some bunch of spike traps and all that kinds of stuff. The annoying part about this board in particular is the fact that in order to actually just to access to, if you want to actually go to these little different boss spaces, if you actually get trapped on certain spike floors and stuff like that, you got to be sure you have to land on that specific switch exclamation mark switches until you actually switch either of these switches on from the blue switch, or even the red switch, if you will, sometimes you might actually end up getting trapped and all that kinds of stuff, and there's no way you can actually just, you know, proceed, as long as you actually press the button. So, this might be a lot of emphasis on, like, puzzle solving and all that kinds of stuff, but, usually for level, 2-1, for instance, it's not much else to think about it for a moment, but it's just the fact that in order to actually proceed for this level, basically, we're gonna have to, like, constantly have to press those switches most of the time. So, and another thing is worth mentioning, though, is the fact that, if you somehow land onto those little, specific spike holes platforms, sometimes you might end up just getting knocked back by if you actually get poked by the spikes. So even then, that's the only major premise of this particular stage is concerned. But even then, not the entire world per se. Oh wow, those two colored toads made it there first, before us. So I'm pretty sure we're not exactly far away from Mega Goomba, but I'm pretty sure we can actually definitely go catch up. Yes, as far as you can tell, that this video is going to be significantly shorter than the likes of the previous parts of this Let's Play, because, obviously we've not run into the actual minigames themselves, just yet, but even then, though, we'll get to those until we actually get into the actual premise of these other modes until we get into later. But for now, let's go ahead and do our rematch incarnation of, you know, Mega Goomba, which is self-explanatory. So even then, though, let's go ahead and carry some, apples along the way. So, yeah, the reason why we have to switch back to Princess Peach, because again, that we actually, managed to use the Mario Party 10 version of, Princess Peach Amiibo, so even then, though, that, if you don't have your, Mario Party 10 data on your Amiibo support, it won't allow you to actually get yourselves a silver dice block to begin with. So it's just a matter of, you know, trying to actually create a data file for your Amiibo figure to actually just, you know, play Amiibo Party just to begin with. So, yeah, for the most part, that's, between, level, 2-1, it's not that bad, actually, because even then, though, that sometimes these, specific gimmicks might actually get used to with these little types of gimmicks and stuff, but when we actually get into level 2-2, that thing starts to get a little bit slightly familiar. Even some specific cases that it might actually feel slightly different. Even then, though, oh, do we actually gonna make it? Oh, no. Oh, we didn't make it in nick of time for this last 3 points. If only if we actually just managed to, do it, like, strategy-wise, like, you know, trying to actually grab the lesser amount of apples.
Star Rescue!
Alright, so I think we actually got 2 stars right now, so even then, though, there's not much else we can actually say about this point, because every now and then, if you're actually going to be moving on to the next set of few boards, this way, you can actually refight against with these boss battles so many times. Which is immediately apparent if you're actually trying to actually, you know, move on to these last set of few points notice. And the final boss of this level is actually King Bob-omb, so there's not much else to say about this here, so at least we're expecting if we actually get ourselves the actual minigame for once. So let's see what we got here. We got ourselves an ally balloon, and that's about it. So yeah, there's not much else we can say about this here, so anyway. So let's see what prize does Blue Toad or even Green Team as a result to actually get those rewards as well. Blue Team gets another ally, which is Wario, and then finally the Team Green can get a double dice set. So even then, that should be pretty cool nonetheless for them. So let's go ahead and just you know, send the poison mushroom at the Rosalina herself. So even then, we can actually just purposely try to make ourselves, you know, trying to get some progression here. Okay, so let's see how we can actually, it's a little bit tricky though when it comes to this little situation like this. Hold on, let me try and go that way. And then eventually that, I'm presuming that everyone else is trying to actually get ourselves the, well, specifically they're trying to, oh, we actually got some coins for once. That's quite clever. Very clever, we have to say this much. So with that being said, though, that will easily just manage to trap the, not to mention with, Blue Toad or Yellow Toad. Grantedly, though, they will try to actually get into the other way, so that you can actually just manage to, like, go back to these specific sections whenever you wanted to. Oh, wow, I actually got 15. Huh, that's actually pretty high. So anyways, let's go ahead and go all the way around here, so that just in case if we actually don't get ourselves
some bunch of switch mechanics and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that Team Yellow all the way automatically gets to the boss battle space if I do recall correctly. Although I may be wrong about that because I think they're slightly a little bit off with those little space values and stuff. But anyways, now time for the actual minigame. So let's see what minigames we haven't played yet. We haven't played Jump to Conclusion yet, but even then though we already played Corkscrew Climb and Roll for Moles, or Rolls for Moles, but we haven't gone to Piece of Cake yet. We'll do that later. So anyways, let's go ahead and do Jump to Conclusion. So in this minigame though, it's basically another racing minigame. But this time it's going to be involving a new type of, new record type minigame. So be first to jump your way to the finish line. So basically it's pretty simple. It's going to have to like, I'm presuming press the A button to do bigger jumps. Although so if you press the B button, I presume you do small jumps. Oh, actually A button's a small jump. So yeah, not to mention though, much like it does in Mario Party 10, that does have a 3 seconds countdown. So even then though, that you're about to participate for some races and that kind of stuff. So this might be a little bit tricky, despite the fact that your timing is pretty much predictable. Even then, especially noticeable, we haven't got ourselves our first new record of this Let's Play. Currently, our new record for this minigame was actually 16 seconds and 40 milliseconds. If only if that we're actually just a little bit too much of a timing heavy for that kinds of stuff. Oh well though, we'll take it. But nonetheless though, I found this minigame to be quite fun though, especially if you're actually trying to actually dodge those. You know these enemies, these little creepy piranhas? The ones that the enemies... Oh, okay. I'm guessing Yellowtoad did make their way to the actual boss battle itself. But yeah, as far as we already mentioned this before, that, you know these little creeper piranhas from Super Mario 3D World? They do make a return from this? So yeah, that's the only major premises for this here. Alright, so here we go with King Bob-omb. Let's just say about for a 4th time in a row. But, still, you're gonna have to refight against with these boss battles yet again, like, over and over and over again. And that's what some people think this is a huge negative part about this game, is that sometimes you're instantly trying to actually replay these minigames over and over again. Because, granted though, unlike Mario Party 9, and especially Mario Party Island Tour, did have a large portions of the minigame selection. While Mario Party 10 does have 73 minigames, which I think is quite a lot. However though, when it comes to Mario Party Star Rush, unlike how it does in the other NDQ Mario Party titles, unfortunately though, they some sort of did get a lesser amount of minigames. Like, taking a note from Mario Party 1, and especially Mario Party Vans, they usually get ramped up to most likely 50 or more minigames. And that's all there is to say about this here, which I felt a little bit slightly disappointed with that regard. But regardless though, that this particular Mario Party installment does have a huge variety of good minigames though, to say the least. But it's not so much as more likely luck-based minigames and all that kind of stuff, what I've heard. And hey, as we already mentioned this like dozens amount of times, that I found the King Bob-omb's boss battle in this version is a hell of a lot more better than the previous 2 installments like Mario Party 9, especially Mario Party Island Tour. But that's just how this is to me though. So there we go, that concludes level 2-1. So even though it's pretty short level because you only get like 3 selection of bosses. So even though sometimes they were quite randomly. So every time we actually try to revisit some of these boards every now and then. And let's jump to conclusion for the final results here. So even though we only got roughly about 6 allies, not including the amiibo figure. Well, at least specifically, oh, we got a champion bonus. I'm pretty sure we got ourselves the minigame star basically, or minigame coins, I should say, for the Toad Scramble mode. However, don't get confused with this, because even then though, bonus stars will actually make a return, is specifically onto the another mode which we're about to be run into later on. So let's see what the lonely bonus is. It's definitely Yellowtoad because he doesn't have any allies yet. And as far as the Wonder bonus is concerned, I'm pretty sure, I don't know who actually got this though. I'm pretty sure Green Toad actually got this. And finally, the lucky ally is going to be, I'm guessing more likely Daisy or Mario or even Princess Peach? Oh yeah, as far as our amiibo figures is concerned, we actually did manage to scan her. So anyway, so let's convert those into like stars for these coins. So I'm pretty sure we only got about 7 stars. So I don't know how much rank we actually got. I'm pretty sure we got ourselves either Star Rush or even Super Star Rush. But even then, though, we'll find this out until we actually get ourselves this little how much star value should be getting.
Congratulations.
So there we go. That's it for the first level in World 2.
Star Rush.
So yeah, it's just Star Rush basically. So we only just got 7 because we was hoping if we actually gonna get something for once, mainly due to the fact that we actually got a lesser amount of coins. But I don't know what's the point for me to actually get a lot more coins, to be honest. But anyway, so yeah, we actually did manage to have done that. So anyways, I think we're sure able to say we're just gonna have to end things off here. So join us next time on Let's Play Mario Party Star Rush for the Nintendo 3DS. It's the fact that we're moving on into the next level, which was level 2-2. So see you guys next time. Later, fellas.